And through every single hexagram, we watch that process live. But more than that, we see it live through us. We see it live through us in the relationship between the right angle and the left angle, and our relationships in the greater community. Think about it this way. The right angle has to go through and learn the experience. They have to be in it. They have to go through it. It's the responsibility of the left angle to publicize it. I mean, that's literally the way it works. The left angle is the public arm, and the right angle is the research department. The right angle is in there living it all out, living out their personal destiny. But that personal destiny can ultimately become something of influence, can ultimately become something that is universal, can ultimately become something that leads to transition and leads to transformation. We're all in it together. And think about it this way. The way knowledge really moves is that it moves via profile. It's the way information moves. And as we move through our lives, whatever your profile may be, you bring a certain ingredient to everyone you meet. We're all adding up those ingredients, and we're all on an evolutionary track where we're interconnecting with all those other profiles in our living process. This is the living genetic material brought out to a larger macrocosmic realm. Us. See, when I look at profile, I'm looking at genetic archetypes. We are the genetic archetypes as living forms, at least in the illusion that we see things. And one of the things that profile has taught me is that none of the profiles can ever stand alone. It's not possible. And it is the way in which we are connected to each other. Tomorrow, as I take you into the dynamics of incarnation crosses, you'll be able to see very clearly that what profile leads us to is an understanding that each and every one of us through our profile are fulfilling a responsibility to the totality. It's our purpose. It's our purpose. And there is no escaping it. There's no escaping the 3-3 torment of the 6-3 in the first 30 years of life. No escape. You better enjoy men, women, dogs, ducks, and whatever else. And they might as well be the right men or women, ducks, or whatever else. And I don't know how you act correctly with a duck, but if the duck invites you and you're a projector, what to do? You see, purpose is magical. It's built into all of us because, you see, you all see your profile. It's us. And of course, the moment that you're living out that purpose correctly, which means that you're living it out according to your nature, remember the difference between correct and incorrect is not that you get rid of the problem that comes with the profile. It isn't. Is that you get the problem, but you can work it through. There's no resistance. You get what's right for you. And if you have to deal with relationships falling apart, you get the right relationships falling apart. That may sound funny, but it's not. It's a learning process, and it can be very beautiful. And when it's the right relationship, going in and going out, yeah, they end. It's okay. You go on, but it's correct. You see, there's no escaping life. It's happening all the time. But if you're not entering into it correctly, your purpose cannot be fulfilled. And so you get all the negative byproducts. You know, every time I tell you a horror story about a profile, remember, I'm not talking about somebody who's living out their design. I'm not talking about somebody who's following their strategy. I'm talking about the not self. If you're in your not self, and you're 3-3 for 28 years, you know, you're really a basket case. It's tough. And if you understand how that works, and if you're living out your nature, it doesn't mean that you won't have the same chaos, but the chaos will work for you. It will be correct for you. You won't feel like there's something wrong. You might feel like there's something weird, but you won't feel like there's something wrong. This is magic. You see, your purpose is there. People have always asked me, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? You know, I was afraid to tell them that their purpose was to fuck men, women, and dogs if they were 6'3". Just kidding. Because they wouldn't really understand. That's my purpose? Really? Our purpose is built into us. It's in our profile. It's there. It's 70% of what you are in your design. It controls everything that you live out of in this package. So if you follow your nature, if you follow your strategy, your purpose unfolds the way it should. Otherwise, you meet the consequences of what your purpose can bring you, which is heavy stuff. So much easier to avoid all of that. And so much easier just to follow the strategy. And then you can accept whatever your variation on the theme is. Not only that, but the byproduct of you living through those processes, living through all of that, the byproduct is what everybody else gets out of that. The totality, what they get out of that, because the machine is working properly. It's really nice. You're not wasting energy, you're not wasting resources, people are healthier, people feel better, their spirits feel better. That's what it's all about. Get rid of it all. You see, for so long, I've watched people come to me. I've watched people go to others. They want to be happy. They want to be this. They want to be that. And every time I have to deal with that, I keep on saying, look, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. Life can be an absolute horror, but it can be correct. And in the correctness of living out the horror of life, it's not a horror to the person who's living it out. It is their process, and it is right for them. To be yourself doesn't mean that people will stop killing. To be yourself doesn't mean that people will stop loving. It's just about being yourself. We're designed to kill. We're designed to love, but kill correctly. Love correctly. Be correct in who you kill. Be correct in who you love. That's what it's all about. Nothing else. It isn't about saying it's all going to be wonderful and everything's terrific and I'm going to be a wonderful person. It isn't going to say that the third line being is suddenly going to stop being pessimistic. Give me a break. They don't. They go to their grave saying, death is a disappointment to me. I really expected more out of death. I thought it was going to be, I didn't even get Technicolor as I was dying, They'll whine about something. And they're right. Yeah, death isn't all that it's written up to be. It's true. And if they could come back, they'd tell you so. Oh, you'll be fooled. It's not about having a bed of roses. It's not about thinking that to be awake means that everything is, perfect. It isn't. It isn't. You still got to eat. You still got to shit. You still got to live. You still got to have a job. You still got to do all these things. You got to go through life. Your body's got to deteriorate. This is what life is. To be yourself is to find joy in what life is. Not what you want it to be. Not what you expect it to be. Not what you think it should be. Not what all the goddamn dogma in the whole world says it should be. It's just about you being you. And if your world is heaven, terrific. And if it's hell, terrific. After all, we work it all out. We are a binary. We cannot escape either side. There's no way out of the game. No way. No way. You never get out. You never get out. Please understand. You're a prisoner in these boxes. And you stay in these boxes until these boxes are dead, and it's not up to you. So you might as well enjoy the ride. Right? You might as well enjoy the ride. Just sit back, open up the windows, look out the window, watch the movie. Everything's okay. Don't expect anything. Don't expect you're going to have a good ride. Don't expect you're going to have a bad ride. Have a ride. Just have a ride.